On Christmas morning, the atmosphere in my house was quiet. Nothing special until my mother entered the living room, holding a luxury handbag. Her eyes sparkled with joy, and the whole family turned to look. She placed the bag on the table, and all eyes were on my sister, who was the one to receive this extravagant gift. Merry Christmas, my dear. This is a special gift from me to you. This bag is one of a kind. It shows how much I love you, my mother said sweetly, her eyes shining with pride. My sister looked at the bag with awe and, of course, with pride. The whole family praised the gift, admiring its beauty and value. I, sitting there, felt a deep sadness in my heart. My mother always had a way of making me feel like I was forgotten, and this Christmas was no exception. After handing the bag to my sister, my mother turned to me with a cold look, as if she had forgotten who I was. Here's your gift, she said, but it wasn't anything beautiful or valuable. Instead, she handed me a used candle, its light long faded. My mother smirked, as if it were a joke. Well, this is all you're good for, right? What else is there? She said, then turned away as though my presence in the family was nothing more than a burden. Everyone fell silent. I stared at the candle. A wave of humiliation washed over me, but I didn't say anything. That was when I heard my brother's mocking voice from behind. Maybe she can sell it for lunch money, huh? His words were like a knife to my heart, and I could hardly breathe. I couldn't say a word. I just placed the candle on the table and quietly walked out of the room. I felt embarrassed, hurt, and alone as I walked out, each step feeling heavier, as if I was passing through a door that I could never return from. An hour later, I still hadn't returned. As I sat outside, watching the snow gently fall, a feeling of unease began to rise in my chest. I knew that, in this family, I had never been valued. I had never received the love and care that I deserved. Just then, I heard footsteps behind me. It was my aunt who always treated me with kindness and warmth. She was the only one who ever made me feel truly valued. She approached, looked at me, and asked, "Are you okay?" I couldn't hold back my emotions any longer, and tears began to fall. I nodded and hugged her. Mom and my brother, they never care about me. I choked out. I don't know what to do anymore. My aunt comforted me. You don't need to worry. They don't see your true worth, but I do. You deserve love and respect. She looked at me with understanding in her eyes and then walked back into the house. Wait here. I'll talk to them. As I stood there, eyes fixed on the door, I heard arguing from inside. My aunt's angry voice could be heard. You don't know anything. This is family, and in a family, no one should treat each other like this. She doesn't deserve to be treated this way. She shouted, honestly, I can't understand you all. How could you give a child a used gift and then mock her? Do you have any idea how she feels? My mother stayed silent, and I could hear my brother muttering an apology. After a moment, there was complete silence. My aunt returned, her eyes firm and resolute. Learn to appreciate each other, because family is the only place we can truly rely on. She looked at me and said, you are stronger than they will ever realize. Although my mother and brother didn't say anything more, I could feel a shift in the air. Perhaps they didn't fully understand what my aunt had said, but at least I felt respected. And more importantly, I realized that even though my family was imperfect, I still had people who loved and understood me. My aunt took my hand and led me back inside, where everyone was still sitting quietly. The atmosphere was tense, but I felt warmth in my heart, because in the end, I knew I wasn't alone. And sometimes silence can speak louder than words.